Hello, my name is Nora, and I'm the AI recruiter for Intern Guys. It's great to meet you. Before we dive into the interview, why don't you start by telling me a little about yourself?
Hi Nora, my name is Samantha and I am a recent UCLA graduate. I was a cognitive science major and a data science minor, and now I'm looking for full-time opportunities as a product designer. And during my time as an undergraduate, some relevant experience that I have, I was a UX intern at a couple of startups, and I also was involved in campus organizations where I was able to do more like visual and graphic design and media as well. And I'm super excited to be here today.
Thank you for sharing that, Samantha. It sounds like you've had some valuable experiences. Can you summarize your relevant experiences in UX and design during your internships and campus involvement?
Yes, I would love to. Some of my most relevant experiences would be as a UI UX intern at various tech startups. And during these internships, I was able to work with the CEO of the company as my supervisor, as well as various UI UX interns, and worked primarily on just various design tasks, whether that be redesigning a homepage, designing a dashboard page, or one of my favorite projects was designing the interface for an applicant tracking system for a recruiter side of things, where recruiters could create an account and post job listings, as well as manage candidates and keep track of things that way. And I used Figma to create wireframes, prototypes, and even conduct user research. And then for campus involvement, organizations, there was one organization where I was on the website team as a UI UX member and got more experience with really working with developers to revamp the website, whether that would be using what I learned is called Chakra as a design system, to implement a design system and help implement elements of that, as well as using Figma to just create both web and mobile screens.
That sounds like a great set of experiences. Could you tell me more about a specific challenge you faced while designing the interface for the applicant tracking system and the solution you implemented to overcome it?
Yes, of course. So during this project that I was assigned, I was able to work on it on my own, and I think one of the challenges that I faced was just the quick turnaround and the accelerated timeline, given that my supervisor wanted it soon so that they could be presented as a demo and just presented to potential clients or customers. And I think one of the biggest challenges I faced was there was already an existing interface for it on the company platform, the website, but there were certain elements of it that didn't necessarily need to be there, and so it was a bit difficult to balance the accelerated timeline and deadlines of the project while also making sure that each part of the interface was necessary and served a purpose for the user. And so really working iteratively, in a sense that in each stage of the project that I was in, whether I was in Sketch and Wireframe or really accelerating and pushing for high fidelity prototypes, always making sure to go back to the overall problem that we're addressing with these designs, and also examining each feature and just component and element of the designs that I was making, ensuring that they served a purpose and weren't just there for visual aesthetic or distracted the user in any way.
Thank you for sharing that insightful experience, Samantha. Now, let's consider a scenario related to the job. Imagine you're tasked with designing a new mobile feature for our platform that enhances user engagement. How would you approach this project to ensure both functionality and user delight?
Yeah, I would first approach this project by doing some market research, looking at different similar platforms or products that use different ways to enhance user engagement or different features, different designs, and I would do research on this to see what works in the industry and maybe what doesn't work as well and steer clear of that. And once that is done, moving on to more brainstorming and sketching of what the product would, what the mobile feature would look like, and the flows that the user flows, how the user would navigate through it, make sure it's intuitive, and each step is not putting up a barrier to the user in any way when using the platform, and also as I continue to think through that, making sure to also consider any new components that may need to be designed to align them with the existing design system to maintain brand consistency and just overall visual consistency of the platform, and then move on to sketches, wireframes, prototypes, and then doing user testing in those prototypes as well, making sure to create different iterations and test them in order to see what users feel is most intuitive but also enjoyable in their experience.
That's a well-rounded approach, Samantha. It's great to hear how you consider both industry trends and user experience in your process. Now let's talk about the technical side, the work. How comfortable are you with creating animations and motion designs to enhance user interaction? And could you share an example from your past projects?
Yes, of course. I would believe one of the main projects that I worked on where I was able to gain a bit more experience creating animation specifically would be one of the projects I worked on at my previous internship, where we wanted to design some instruction GIFs or GIFs in order to help the user be introduced to the product. And so to do this, I wasn't really sure how to do it on Figma, but was able to use another product called Lottie Files or Lottie Animations, and so there was a little bit of a learning curve with that, making sure that the transition from Figma to a Lottie file was smooth, and that meant being more thorough in the Figma animations and understanding the limitations as well, and that was a cool project to be able to take Figma prototypes and the interactive and prototype features of that and turn it into a GIF animation. Other than that, I don't have too much experience, but believe that from even just that one project, I was able to apply design skills that I've acquired to learning a new tool, and would be more than willing and very eager to do that in future projects as well.
That's impressive, Samantha. It's great to see your willingness to learn and adapt to new tools. Now let's talk about cultural fit, happens. How do you approach growth and learning in a startup environment, like Intern Guys, where innovation and quick adaptation are crucial?
When it comes to growth and learning in a startup environment specifically, such as Intern Guys, I believe that approaching growth with an eagerness and willingness to be iterative, especially as a product designer, in such a role like that, it is so crucial to be willing to constantly be iterating and creating new ideas and being willing to execute them, and if they don't work, then going from there and improving that. And I believe that this would be a very good mindset, and it would be helpful if I were to become a product designer at Intern Guys, because of just the quick nature of startups. And I believe that this mindset would help me contribute greatly at Intern Guys, where products and the platform are constantly being innovated in order to enhance user experience and reach new customers and just improve the business overall.
Thank you, Samantha, for your thoughtful response. Now, could you tell me if you are willing to start as soon as possible?
Yes, I am available to start immediately.
Are you comfortable working in person at our San Francisco office?
Yes, that is perfect.
Why do you think you are a good fit for this position?
I think I'm a good fit for this position given my relevant experience in prior UI UX internship roles and the skills that I've acquired both with using Figma and creating various mobile and web screens translates very well to what the product designer role at Intern Guys responsibilities are. And I also believe that my eagerness to learn new tools and also work in an environment that allows for just iterative and constant growth and innovation is an environment where I would thrive in and be able to contribute greatly to new projects and just be able to bring the exciting ideas and innovations to life through design.
End of the interview.